Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. The Chargers are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Vikings, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are about 11 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's the StubHub Center in Carson. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taking you to 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now they'll run it on the toss. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
To throw now on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. So they're operating in the red zone. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. To throw is Wood. Throwing on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down now after the incompletion. Room here to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front, and it may be climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Throwing on first down. Wood. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Wood off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, yeah.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 66 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
Back to throw. Wood. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Let's go! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Wood now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 92 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
Yeah, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Wood to throw on second down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Wood. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And before the punt, time is going to run out on this first quarter. 14-3, that's our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Now Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And some room to roam now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. To throw is Wood on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Wood on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Green, 39.
They run a draw here on second down, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Here we go now. Detroit.
Hard throw, incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
A good pick up there, a 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wood now on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here we go. Green, 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And to give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
To me, this isn't even a question. I think that they'll go. When they have a chance to put a dent in the lead, even with a whole second half to play, I think they have to do it. This isn't a risk. This is a necessity.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 23. A big play there for the Chargers on third down. And even 50 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling. Wood throwing on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go. 3-19.
Throwing again. Wood. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now Wood to throw on third down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chargers had a great passing game going last week, and it's been more of the same today. The Vikings are finding out firsthand they'll have to deal with this passing attack if they want to win. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Chargers with their opening drive. Here the pass goes into the end zone, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Late in the first quarter, he'll take this one off the right edge, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Chargers push their lead to 11. Vikings on offense. First quarter winding down. Kelly's got to take down the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Third down, inches to go. Coverage breaks down here, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone. That takes the lead up to 18.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they said the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Oh, it's a wobbler here. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On is the Chargers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. To throw is Wood. To throw on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Wood looking to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Wood now operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Buchanan. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Wood on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Buchanan. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the score.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hoffman. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On is the Chargers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Here we go. Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Wood. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Wood. Back to the air on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Wood. From the gun, he'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And this a 39-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Throw left side complete. That's Hoffman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that'll be incomplete. The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal that...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Wood, operating from the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wood now to throw on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Wood. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rodgers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter of MetLife Stadium. And the Cowboys have taken the lead there late. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Wood on first and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now Wood throwing again on second and 10. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Let's go. Blue Lightning.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3-19.
To throw is Wood on third down. this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
Here's Wood. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And this is no good. Boy, that didn't even get there. Not a good effort at all. And our score remains the same. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter of MetLife Stadium. And the Giants have taken the lead there late in that game. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Wood now, throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wood firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Wood operating from the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Wood from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. It's Buchanan. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Wood on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Wood looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Wood now on 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. To throw on 2nd down. Wood. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Wood throwing on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now Wood to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wood. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Wood. Throwing on 4th down. Now a desperate... Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the home team here, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.